Okay, we are now interested in parametrizing a circle in 2 dimensions in R2. And so the great thing about circles is that we know a lot of trigonometry, that trig functions are related to circular motion and to any point on a circle. So that's why I've drawn the angle there. We can represent the point xy already in terms of a third variable. We can call it theta or we can call it t. So let's think about the trig relationships that we have here. If we inscribe a right triangle into, let's suppose that this is a unit circle for now. There's our unit circle, the radius is 1. This length, this horizontal length from the origin to this point is x, and the vertical length is y. And so we know that the cosine, using our right triangle trigonometry, we know that the cosine of theta is going to be x over 1, adjacent over the hypotenuse, and the sine of theta is going to be y over 1. And so what we have now so far is our first parametric equations for a circle. Let's let theta equal to t so that we can eventually think of t as time. And our two equations are going to be x equals cosine t, and y equals sine t. And if we want to, we need a parametric interval for t. If we want to find all the points around the entire circle, we know that t would start at 0 and end at 2 pi, and here we have one counterclockwise rotation. So there are our parametric equations for a circle centered at the origin whose radius is 1, and we are traveling in the counterclockwise direction. Now that's pretty limited, so let's try to think how we might generalize from this. So let's first ask the question, what if we would like the radius to be r instead of 1? So what if the radius is r instead of 1? How does that affect our equation? Well, if we were to change the above to an r, we know now that the cosine of t is actually going to be x over r, and sine of t would be y over r. So not a strange extension here, which means that x would be r times cosine of t, and y will be r times sine of t. And if we still want one full rotation in the counterclockwise direction, then our interval is still from 0 to 2 pi. Let's continue to change things a little bit so we can generalize further. So what if instead of having the center at the origin, we would like to have the center at x0, y0? Well, this just means that we're going to shift, right? We need to do a shift. So x is going to shift right or left depending where x sub 0 is. So we're going to add that to our cosine theta. And y is going to shift up or down to get to y sub 0. So we're going to add that to our sine theta. And now we still have 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 2 pi. Let's continue changing things. So what if we want to change the period? Let's talk about what that means. Let's start with x. When we just have x equals x sub 0 plus r cosine, I'm going to put a 1 here of 1t. I just saw my mistake up here. That should be a t, and that should be a t. I keep doing that. So there we go. All right, so what this 1 tells us is that one cycle is completed in 2 pi radians. And the period, let's call this 1, this coefficient of t, we're going to call that b. We find the period by dividing 2 pi by b. Let me explain. Let's imagine that we have x equals r cosine 2t. I've changed b from 1 to 2. What does that number 2 mean? That means that we complete 2 cycles, 2 full cycles of cosine in 2 pi radians. So to find the new period, the period is how long does it take me to complete 1 cycle. If I complete 2 cycles in 2 pi radians, well, it's going to take me 2 pi over 2, or pi radians, to complete 1 cycle. Right? I do 2 cycles in 2 pi radians, then one of them is completed in half the time. And so that value of b helps us figure out the period. So we're going to change both parametric equations so that x is x0 plus cosine of bt, and y equals y sub 0, oh, I forgot the r. So r cosine of bt, y equals y sub 0 plus r sine of bt. Let's let t vary from 0 to 2 pi, and let's think about or summarize what these 2 parametric equations give us. So we've got 1, the center of the circle, that is our path, is x0, y0. 2, the radius of the circle, that is our path, is r. And 3, the period, or the amount of time that it takes to complete 1 cycle, is 2 pi divided by that value of b, that is the coefficient of t within each function. So these are the parametric equations of a circle.